Am I too old for Legos?
I have seen the ages range from 1.5 to 18 plus, and I am not in those numbers. So, am I too old to do a Lego?
I've asked myself that same question I can't tell you how many times, but I'm going to tell you why this set is probably perfect for me. Hi, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to the Bricklets Club. Today I'm going to dive into the age groups that Lego assigns to the sets. It has fascinated me what determines the age group for the sets that we see. Lego goes all the way from 1.5 up to 18, and I wanted to know what's the difference between these two sets.
So, the first set we're going to talk about is the 1.5-year-old. These sets are comprised of big, large pieces. It's easy to hold, easy to manipulate. Mainly include simple stackable sets. And, Lego realizes that the age group, of course, this small, the little ones, have very little patience for little pieces. So they want things that are big. They're going to put them in their mouth. They're going to throw them. They're going to step on them. They're going to do all kinds of sort of, kid things with them. So the big pieces are good for them to handle. Nice, colorful pieces, bright, cheerful. And this one actually floats. So this is a good bath time toy. Lego also says that these are good stress relievers for adults and also can function as good therapy tools as well. So I'm sure you can use these in some of the strategies to do role playing, etc. The next age group up is the 4+ set, and I have one to represent the 4 category here. This one, Lego assumes that a 4-year-old can follow basic instructions and they still value play over precision. So we're still with the bigger pieces, very colorful, very attractive for a 4-year-old. This one, of course, is a little food set. I did notice on most of the sets, they do have a sample size on the box that tells you the scale 1-to-1, which these are the actual size of the pieces inside the box. I wanted to show you this set. This is one of my favorites. It's a 4+. This is Elsa's Ice Castle and Snow Ride Adventure. It caught my eye because it actually has a ride. So this does fit into their 4+ because it's definitely a playable set. It's built sturdy. It's very simple. It just goes in a circle, but with the motion, I know that this would attract this 4+. They would probably sit and play with this for, hours. It would hold their attention. So this set fits right into, where Lego says it should be. The pieces on the back, it shows you exactly what's in the box, and it's actually giving you a learn to build. So it's, again, starting the basic concepts of putting, the pieces together. So I really think this is a good set. So here I have an assortment for 5 to 6-year-olds. This one, Lego assumes that they're starting to develop their early problem solving skills. So you notice that they're becoming a little bit more intricate with their design. We've got the castle. We've got many more pieces in this one. This is a 186 piece set. This one is a 6+. It has 222. This age group, these kids have a very short attention span. So these are meant to be easy to build, pretty quick, and again, colorful, and have a really good play ability. Most of these have a great scene that you can act out on. I also wanted to show you real quick. These next sets I'm going to show you are all 5+ and 6, but they definitely have a theme going on. So we've got the burger. This is the burger truck. We have the fries food truck. There is the donut truck. Are you seeing a theme? We have the Lego van, and then we have the holiday camper van. These sets are all 5+ and 6+. Again, going for a theme, very simple builds, keep it still playability, and so this is perfect for the 6-year-olds. Okay, the next category we have the 7 to 8 Lego assumes that they can follow multi-step instructions and that they're starting to understand symmetry and orientation. So they say that this is where Lego really starts to feel Lego-ish. And then I think adults tend to underestimate how fun these builds can be. And I can attest to that because we're starting to get into the sets that really I'm attracted to. Like, I love the colors and the pieces, and the more pieces, the better. The more minifigures, the better. So I really like these real colorful, easy to put together, easy instructions to follow. I don't have to toil over the instructions, and I'm not taking it apart and putting it back together. They're just really fun builds. So here's a perfect example for an 8+ set. This is the Lego delivery truck. Again, they say 7 to 8-year-olds can follow multi-step instructions. They understand symmetry and orientation. They definitely have smaller pieces. They start to use the real building techniques like we said before, and there's a clear toy to display crossover. So from this point forward, we're getting into more sets that are designed probably primarily for display more so than something you would play with. You definitely saw the truck line where, you know, that is definitely a playable set. This is kind of a crossover. Again, still plays. It's still this semi. It's got the Lego, but it's becoming more detail oriented into a display piece rather than a play piece. And this is where Lego starts to feel Lego-ish. We're moving from just building toys into a Lego display. Okay, so for ages 9 to 10, we've got the Angel. This is a 9. We have Stitch. This is a 9. We have Hey Hey. That's a 9. And then we've got Isabella's Flower Pot. This is a 9+. So these, Lego assumes that a 9-year-old would have strong, fine motor control. They can recover from mistakes, have more of a detail to them. There's more pieces per step. So in the instructions, you'll start to see them expand out to do a 1, 2, 3 step rather than a one piece at a time. They have a better proportion and they're becoming a little bit more realistic. This age group, or these sets, the 9+, Lego considers the sweet spot for adults, which it's ironic because the majority of the sets that I gravitate to are 9s. I was looking around in my sets that I have, and I have a lot of my sets are in this 9+ category. So I'm going to bring back now the Lucky Cat, and I'm going to tell you why 9+ is pretty much the ideal set for me. These are challenging, but they're not exhausting. They are pretty easy to build and put together. You can recover from mistakes pretty easily, and I don't spend a whole lot of time going back and forth. Easy to follow directions, and it's kind of, for me, the most colorful and the most fun that I have doing builds seems to be from this age category. So now, after researching and learning why, now I understand why these are so attractive to me. They're a good a good age group. If you're doing this for a hobby, something relaxing, this is a good age to pick. Funny enough, I don't have any sets in my possession that are 14+ on the box. I did find some examples that I'll put across the screen here. The only one of these that really I thought about getting was the Bugs Bunny. And it's interesting that Lego says for these 14+, they assume that they have patience, they have precision, and they have a willingness to rebuild sections, which I think is funny. It's one of those sets I think that you can get put together. If it's not right, you got to take it apart and try again. The set traits are they have small pieces, tight tolerances, realistic shaping. They have a display first mindset. So these pieces were meant to display and not play. So display first. This is where many AFOLs live. Am I saying that right? I hope it's not awfuls. AFOLs, do you guys know what that is? It's AFOL. That's an adult fan of Lego, which I guess that's what I am. So I've heard the term Disney adult with our other channel, of course, which, by the way, check that out. If you came here from there, thank you. If not, we have another channel. It's Traveling Around Disney, where we do Disney food reviews, and my husband Todd mainly takes you around the parks and shows you around. So check that out. But they're called Disney adults there. And here they're called AFOLs, I guess. AFOLs? AFOLs? Am I saying it right? I hope it's a positive term and not a negative, but it's AFOL. But in the 14 group, it's not about speed, it's about the process, I remember reading. So they really get into how those sets are built. And then comes one of my favorite builds, and I really gravitate to the 18 plus with, interestingly enough, I thought it was because the build was more complicated, but that is not the case. On our 18 plus, it includes the icons, the modulars, the art pieces, and the UCS style builds, which I had to look that up. UCS stands for, I still can't remember. Let me see if I can get my brain to remember. It stands for, oh gosh, I'm going to have to look it up. So UCS stands for the Ultimate Collector Series. They were mainly Star Wars builds, and not really anything that I have here. So this is a good example of an 18 plus. This is the Japanese cherry blossom landscape. So Lego assumes the 18 plus builder is going to have, of course, an adult attention span. They enjoy complex sets, and they can appreciate the design for the smaller details in these sets. There's thousands of pieces usually in these sets. They use advanced techniques. As you can see, this one has the waterfall effect. They have minimal play features. Most of these are designed to be display sets, and they're actually designed to look good on a shelf. So that's one of the big things that they keep in mind when they're designing these sets. They're not necessarily hard because you're older, of course, when you're putting together Lego. It's not about the complexity of the build. It's about the design. And they're hard because Lego stops protecting you from mistakes. So in this one, it's kind of like, here's the instruction book, here's how to put it together, and good luck to you. So really the 18 plus are the ones that I do kind of struggle at times. If I don't pay attention to the instructions, I'm going to go backwards more than I go forwards. But that to me is what makes them challenging. They are a little, take a little longer to put together. So they're a little bit more bang for my buck, so to say, for me. They're a little bit more expensive, of course. I would say a lot more expensive for some of these 18 plus sets, but they're definitely worth it because you're not going to generally whiz right through them. It's going to take you a little bit of time to put them together. So plenty of adults love the 6 plus set all the way up to the 18 set. So really, again, I would say whatever speaks to you is the set that you need to build. So I hope you learned a little about how Lego puts ages on their sets. I know I learned a lot looking, up their rules and what they take into consideration. So if you liked it, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're trying really hard to get to meet our first 500 goals. We are so very close. So thank you so much. I hope you're having fun and having a good time putting the sets together. Continue to let me know what you're working on. I want to know what sets you're putting together, and there's a lot coming up. The drops are coming out March 1st. We're really excited. They keep adding sets to that, so Todd and I are both excited. I know Winnie the Pooh is on our list, and there's a couple Mickey sets that are coming out, so we're really excited. So I can't wait to show you. So until the next video, keep building, and remember, it's always better when we build together. Till next time, I'll see you then. Thanks. Bye.